Hello and welcome to the Artisan of Glimmith. I'm Tom, and in this video I will be solving the puzzles in the section Mingle Shape, which is this here with the windmill. Let's jump right in with this difficulty 1 puzzle here, the first tutorial puzzle. The Mingle Shape rule is neighboring regions must have different shapes. Yeah? So we definitely want one single shape here. This one has to be a shape like this according to the polyomino rule, right? Now this here has to extend here, and it can't go there because of this Mingle Shape rule, right? These can't touch with the same shape. So this one has to be here, and that completes this puzzle already. Next puzzle, shape bank. We have 3 straight or 4 square. So this one here has to be 3 straight, right? Here we can't have 3 straight. That means we need definitely a 4 square. Can't extend like this because here we would leave 2. So it has to be this. Here we also need to touch with a different shape that can only be the 4 square, like this. Here we need 3 then. Here we also need 3. And that's this puzzle. Tutorial puzzle number 3. Shape bank. 1, 2 or 4. Here we have 1 already, which means here we need 2, like this. And that means here, in this tile, we can only have the square, right? Because it can't be 1, it can't be 2, according to the Mingle Shape. So now we need 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay. And the final tutorial puzzle here, shape bank. 3 straight or 3 corner, and the Mingle Shape again, right? So the starting point is this here. If we were to move out here with this one, like this has to be a corner region, right? We would have to move in here with this one also, and they would touch, which is not allowed according to the Mingle Shape, right? So that means this one has to move there. Here we need a straight 3. Here we need a corner 3 now. And this one has to be a straight. These two have to be a straight 3. So that can only go like this. Here we need a straight 3, which can't extend here because it would touch this straight 3. It has to move there, and there is the corner 3, right? Okay, so those are the tutorial puzzles. Now there are 2 difficulty 1 puzzles. Where are they? Here's the first one. So let's do this now. We have normal rules here. The 2 cannot go there because it would touch this one. It has to move here. This one just can't touch, can't go into this direction, right? This here can't do like that because it would touch this shape here. So it has to be done, completed like this. This one has to move there, and this here can only move like this in order not to touch the other shape. And I think the final one is here, yes. Shape bank, 3 corner or 5 corner. Now we need to start here with a 3 corner, obviously, which means this one has to be a 5 corner like this. Then here we need a 3 corner on this side. We can't have the 5 corner, right? Here we also need a 3 corner, and here we need a 3 corner, and here we need a 3 corner. This one can't go up, so it has to move here, and since we need a 3 corner here as well, it has to move down. Okay? So then we have the 5 corner here. This one has to be a 3 corner then, like this, and this one has to be a 5 corner then, like this. Now here we can only have a 3 corner according to this shape here. It has to move there, and here we need 5 corners. They can only be done like this, and the 3 corners here are being filled automatically. So we have 6 puzzles complete. That is all difficulty 1 puzzles. Now there are 8 difficulty 2 puzzles. Hope I can find them all. Here is the first one. Yeah, we have the rose windows with the Mingle Shape. Let's start off with this one. This has to move up here and then there, and that is one shape already, right? Yeah. So this one has to move here to get blue, and it needs yellow. Can't go there because it couldn't extend. It couldn't get it any different shape than this one. So it has to move down here. Now, let's see what else. This here can't go down because then it would have to take this yellow one, and it's the same shape as this one here, right? It needs a different shape, so it needs to move here, and then it can't move down because of this here, like the single blue symbol. It has to move on, can't go up there, can't go there, can't go down. It actually has to move one at least further so that we don't have the straight 3. Now this one is one region, can't be a straight 3, so it has to move here at least, and I can complete this already because this one has to take this yellow symbol here, okay? Here we need, for this red symbol, we definitely need this blue symbol, and then we could take this one, but then this here would have to go around the corner. This would be a corner 3, so that's not possible. It has to take this yellow symbol, and there's a 3 straight that doesn't interfere with this one here, right? Okay, that's a 3. Here's another 2. Shape bank 1 and 2 we have. Here's 1. Here we need 2 then. Here's 1. Here we need 2. Here's 1. Here's 1. Here we need 2. And could go down, could go this way. We don't know yet. Let's see. Yeah, I can't move into this direction because then I would need a 1 here and this would have to be a 2. So that's not possible. Same is true here. I would need 2 1s to cordon this off sort of from another 2 tile shape. So it has to go into this niche so that we can put a 1 there and 1 here. This is another 2 then, for sure, because if I were to put the 2 here and a 1 there, I would need another 1 there. So that can't be. Here we need 1 and there's another 2 there. Next difficulty 2 is here. Shape bank. We have 2 here, a 3 corner, so all these sides here have to be met by 3 corner tiles. This one can only be this one here. This must be like this in order to have this shape here. Also, we can't touch the other 3 tile corner regions, right? This one is also like this, and this one obviously has to move up then. Here we have a 2 then, and here we have a 2, which means here's a 3, and here's a 3. This is a 2, and these 2 are also 2s, right? Okay, there's another 2. Shape bank 1, 3, and 9. Here we have 1. This then has to be a 3. Here we can only have a 1 then, right? And here we need the big square with 9 tiles like this, because it touches 1 and 3, this tile here, right? This could be 1 or 3, we don't know yet, but this one has to be a 3, which means this one has to be a 1. Now we could have a 3 here, but we don't know. This has to be 1, which means this has to be 3. And now we can see we can't have a 3 here, because we couldn't put a big square there, and we would need single ones there, so this indeed has to be a big square. Now this needs a 1, like this, and here we need another big square because of the 1 and the 3 around the corner, so that's like this. Here we can't have 1, so this has to be 3, and 1 and 1, and here we have 5 tiles, so we need 3 in the center and 1 on each side. Another shape bank puzzle with the Mingle Shape 2, 4 and 6. This must be 2, so this can only be 4 here, and here we need 6. We don't know the orientation, however. Let's see, but since this is a 6 and this is the 2, here we need a 4, yeah? And this must be a 2 then. Here we have a 6 and here we have a 4, so this is also a 2. The 2 can't move there because we would need another 2 there. Touching is not allowed. No touchy. So we need the 2 like this, and here we have a 2 and a 4, so this has to be a 6. Here we can only have a 2, and we can't have another 2 here. We can't have a 6 because we would touch this one, so this one has to be a 4, like this. So here we need a 6 now. That has to be the extension of the original shape here. And since this is a 6 and this is a 4, this has to be a 2. Can only go up there because of this 2 here. Here we need a 4 now, because 2 and 6 is already there. Like this. Which means this is the 2. Here we need a 6 now. Like this and a 2. Here we have 6 and 4. Means we need a 2 like this here. This can only be a 4. And that's it already. Oh, that was quite a long puzzle actually. Where is the next 2? There is one. Okay, we have the pollen minus. All the tiles with the same symbol right next to each other have to be combined. And it's pretty easy to see that none of these regions can be connected in order not to break the rule here, right? So let's see how we can do this. Let's start with this one. This one, let's draw borders, right? We can't move there. So this part is either this here, or this, or this. No, this it can't be. It can be this, or this. It has to move down, but if it moves down, then can't do anything here. Can move up, and it could be done like this, or it could be done like this. Huh? So we don't really know. We only know it has to move up here at least once. Let's look at this one then. We have borders here. We have borders here. So this has to move up here. If we were to move up there, we would need another tile here. This has to move up here and then go there. So that means indeed this one has to extend like this in order not to touch up there. Now we need borders here. We also can put a border there. Let's put borders here as well. And here it's easy to see that I can't move down here. Oh yeah, I need this one as well. So, and I can't go 2 because I'm touching this, so it has to be this shape here. This has to move there, does it? I can't have this shape, right? Because of this touching here. But I can go there and there and there. That works, which means for this one, obviously, I can do this. Okay. How many do we have? We have 12 and we need 14. 2 more difficulty 2 puzzles. There is one. Here, can't touch this one, have to move like this. This one, can't move into this direction, so it has to be like this. No, it also can't be this also, yeah, so it must be like this. So these two have to combine, but we don't know in which way yet. Here we also have a shape like this, so these two combine. And here I can't move into this direction, actually. Actually, none of these can move inside this square here. And these two can't move up, right? Because they would touch 2 other symbols. So this one has to be completed like this. This one has to be completed like this. This one has to move up here and go there. And this one can't go down. It has to move there and then combine with this one. And that solves the puzzle. So we need one more 2. There's something. Yeah, that's it. Okay, a pure Mingle Shape puzzle. We have these here. We can't have ones here and there, so these have to be combined. We can't have one here and there, so these have to be combined. And we can't have one here and there, so these also have to be combined. Now this one I cannot extend in any direction because of the border here, right? But I can't have these rules, so these ones have to extend. This one also has to extend. They have to be joined. Can't move in here, can't move in here. So that is this puzzle. Now we have 14. This is all difficulty 2 puzzles on the white plinths. So 7 difficulty 3 puzzles on white plinth. I think the first one is here, yes. Let's see, oops. Mingle Shape and rose windows. We can draw these borders here already. And since we only have 2 regions, right, we can already connect these here and these here. Okay. What else? Here we have yellow, which means this also has to take yellow. And now we can already see that this is the difference here that we need. We have to extend this one there and this one only here. There's another 3. All regions must be single or corner tiles. Okay. Yeah, the thing to start is this section here, right? We can only extend a corner, like we can't have corners in here, and we need definitely something like this then. Like going up or down, we don't know yet, and here also. Yeah, going up or down, I don't know yet. But if I'm going down here, I would need one there and one there in order not to touch it with another 3-corner tile, right? So this has to move up here. This one has to be a single tile, and this one also has to be a single tile. The same is true here. So it has to be done like this. This one then has to be a corner thingy here. This one has to be a single one. And this one must go here in order not to create a single tile here. Here we need a single tile. Let's look here now. Can I go like this? No, because I would have one single tile and another single tile here. That's not allowed. So this one has to move there, like this. There is a single tile. No, wait, sorry. What am I doing? It has to go here, like this. Yeah. Here we need a single tile now, and here as well. So we can see already that this is the the next corner 3 here, with a single tile here, and the final single tile there, and here is a corner 3. Okay. There's another hidden puzzle here, behind a tree. 1 and 3, 1 and 4 T-shape. Now here basically, I immediately saw the pattern that you have to put in there. Let's see, like, I mean, it's obvious that I can't put a T-shape like this, because I would need, on this side here, I would need 3 single ones. So we need the upside, the 3 connected tiles on the edge. And it can't be here, because like this, I would immediately create, not immediately, but pretty quickly create here, something that I can't fulfill, yeah? Just doesn't work. So that means they have to be positioned like this, right? And I think it's pretty easy to see that you can only complete the puzzle like this. But maybe I'm mistaken. There's a 3. We have 2 and 3. And we can start... Where do we start here? I don't remember. Here. I think we can start here. Because here we need at least 2. But since we can only have 2 here now, we need 3. Like this. Means this one has to be 3. This one has to be 2. Here we need a 3. And here we also need a 3. That means we can't move inside here because we would touch a different 3. A 3 straight at least. So it has to be done like this. Here we need 2. Here we need 3. Here we need 2. So here we need 3 now. Here's a 2. Here we need also 3. So if I were to, like, I mean, this 3 must extend here, right? 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3. Those are the 2 options. And that means this one can't go down. It has to move this way. Then we have 2 here, 3 here, and another 2 there. What's next? There's a 3. Mingle Shape, yeah. Here in these sections, we must always have 3 and 1 and 3 and 1 like this, right? So that means we need to create something where always like the 1 and the 3 touch, yeah? And the way to do this is, like if I do 3 here, that's not possible. Because I can only put 1 on one side, right? So I can only put this here like this. This will be the 3 then. This is the 1. This has to be the 1 then. This is the 3. And here we just need 4. Okay. 3. Shape bank 1, 2, and 3 we have. Let's fill these. Here I can't move up or there Because if I don't move down, I would create a single shape here, and that's not allowed. Here I also have to go in there and there in order not to leave single tile shapes there. This two can't touch this two, so it has to move up. And here, these also can't touch, right? So I have to move here or there. Don't yet. No, I can't move there because of the single tile here. So it has to be this. So here we need a 2, like this, because of the 3 and the 1. Here we need a 3, can only be this. And let's see what else. Yeah, 1, 1. Yeah, it's pretty... No, wait. Yeah. Let's see, I can't have 1 here, right? Because if I have 1 here, I would need 2 there, but that touches. So this has to be a 3. So here, I could have 1 or 2, but if I put 1, it would interfere with this 2 here. So this has to be a 2, this has to be a 1, and there is another 2. Okay, we have 20 and we need 21. One more difficulty 3. There it is. Polyamino and Mingle Shape. This is what one thing we need to do. Is there anything else we need to do? Yeah, this one can't move down, right? So this has to move like that. We have what? We have a border here. But this one has to move out of here, and it can only do it like this now. Which means the 3 corner is done like this. Here we have something like this. This has to move down. And left or right. But since we can't, like here we can't have a border now. Because if so, we would create the same shape. So this has to move in here at least. And it can't move there, 3 tiles, right? Or another 2 tiles. So it has to be this. And this one has to move there then. What else? This here can only be completed like that, right? And here, this one cannot touch up there. So it has to go like this, which means this one has to move into this direction. Can only be done like this. And the 3 can't touch this here. So it has to go there. And that completes the puzzle. So 21 puzzles, that's indeed correct. We need 4 difficulty 4 puzzles now. On white plinths. Is there anything here? I think there is one in here, yeah, there is one in the windmill. Oh yeah, this one is rather complex, but like it had me going for a long time, but actually it's not that difficult. Because here you can see this polyamino at least has to move there, even if it's there, right? Like this. But then it touches this, so indeed it has to be like this. And now we can see that these here cannot go like this, in this horizontal direction, because they touch this here. It's not allowed, they have to move vertically and connect to. The same is true again for this, because this one can't extend here. It would touch this there, right? So we have another one like this. And also here we have the same, going either there or going there. So we have something like this. Here now, we can however go there. And indeed we have to, because here, because of this polyamino, if we were to connect those two, we would touch this down there. So this is a 4 like this. And I don't need to draw the borders now. So we need 3 here, 3 here. Here we need at least 2, so it has to be a 3 like this. What else? Here we can't go up there, we have to move here. And this one has to move at least 3 into this direction. It can't move further because it would touch there, so this is a 4 like this. And this then has to be a 4 like this. And that also means that these have to extend to the top here in order not to touch these 2 sections down there. Now here we need 3, 3, and what else? Yeah, this 3 here can't touch this one, right? So it has to move into this direction at least, and there it touches this one, so these have to be connected. Which means here we need 3 like that, and here we need 3 like that, and that's this puzzle. 3 more. Let's see what this is. This is a 4, yes. We have 1, 2, and 3 corner. Oops. Now come on. Like this. Okay, first thing to see is this here, right? 2 in this direction and 2 in this direction. Which leads to this. Here we can't have 1, we can't have 2. We can only have this shape then, right? And that leads to this. This can be completed like this. It can't be completed like that because of the 2-tile shape, right? And it also can't be completed like that because of 3 corner and 3 corner. So this indeed has to be done like this. What else? This one can't be a 2 because it has the same shape now, so it has to be the 3 corner. And this one has to move up then. Here we have another border then. This one can't be 1. It could be 2, however. Indeed, it has to be 2 because it can't be the 3 corner. Yeah. This one can't be 1. It has to be 2 at least. Here we can't have 1, right? So we have to move out of this section and get this here. So this one can't touch, and I made a mistake somewhere apparently. Because this doesn't work anymore. Wait, this corner? This corner? Something is... Ah, wait, I can't have the 1 there. Sorry, my bad. Here can be a 1. Why did I do a... Yeah. So anyway, like, here we need this. Let's just take this away. And this can be done in any way. I don't know what to do here. This has to be a 2, right? It can't be 1, it has to be 2. Probably there's a mistake already in there that I don't see yet, but there is a 3 here and a 2. All that fits. 1, 1. Here we can't have a... Like here, for this reason in the corner, we need a 3. So that has to be this 3. Which way does it have to extend down? I don't know yet. Let's see, is there anything here? Can this be a 3? No, this can't be a 3. That has to be a 2. Because, like, if this was a 3, it wouldn't be possible to move in there. It would have to move there. And then there would be a single tile. So this can only be a 2. And the 2 can't go down there. It has to move like this, right? So that has to be a 3 now. And this is another 3. Which means this is a 2. And there is the end now where it doesn't fit. Like, damn it. I made a mistake somewhere here. And I don't know which one. I only practiced these puzzles like a couple of hours ago. And I don't remember exactly what I did there. This has to be 1, this has to be 1. No, there's a substantial mistake. Let's try that again. I can do that in the time codes that you don't see my first solution. Let's start here now. Like, this has to be this, right? Because we can't have a single shape there. Which means this is this, and this one can only be a 2. Which means this has to be a 3. And here we need 2 for the 3 and the 1, okay? Here we need a 3 now. It could be like this. This one has to extend down. It could be 1 and 2 or 3. I don't know. Oh yeah, we need the 2 here and the 2 here also. What else can we do? We can draw these borders. I had all this before, but I made a mistake somewhere in this section in the beginning, I suppose. Let's see. What can I do here? This has to be at least like this. Ah, but it can't be a 2, it has to be a 3. Which means this one is indeed here. And this one can't be a 2, and it can't be a 3. It has to be a 1. Which means this has to be a 3. Where did I make the mistake? Maybe it was this here, it didn't go up. This is 3. This can be 1 and 2. This one can be 3. This one has to move out here and here like we had this. Like the 3 is not possible like this. And it's not possible like this. So it could be, no, it also can't be done like this. Can't be done like this. No. This can only be a 2 like this. Right, and this one has to be a 3. Which means this is a 3. And we're at the same point. I had everything correct. I needed the 1 there. Oh, damn it. Why didn't I see that I needed 1 there? I did everything correct. Oh, man. Double solve. Very good. Okay, let's see. I'm pretty tired. It's pretty late. I hope that's not too bad. At least you can have a laugh. We are at the 4th, right? Yeah. And that is the 3rd difficulty 4 puzzle. Let's see if I can get this right at least now. We need these borders here. And yeah, this 2 cannot extend into this direction because we would have the same shape here. So it has to be here. So this can't move up. And it means it can't move there. Because again, we would create the same shape. It has to move somewhere here or there. And we can't have a border here. Like, this is something we know already. Right? But I don't think that's important. Let's see. Yeah, I can't move this down now. Because I would have to move this down as well. And we would create the same shape there. So this has to be a 2 like this. And this one a 2 like this. Which means this one is a 2 like this. Here we have the 2 borders again. Yeah, this one here. That's another starting clue actually. If this were to move down, this could not move up. It would have to move here and we would have another section, region of 2 tiles. So this one has to move there, which means this one has to move into this direction. And this one can move up. Could also move here. And indeed it has to move here. Otherwise like this we would have another section with 2 tiles because this one has to move here, right? So this has to go here. This has to move up then. And this can't move here because we have a section of 2. This has to move down here and there is this puzzle. Thank God I was able to solve this one properly. There is one more difficulty 4 puzzle. Oh yeah, it's here around the corner at this house. So we have a 1 here. Oh, this is a difficult puzzle now. Now here, because you need to look at the shapes that you're not drawing, basically. You need to look at the neighboring shapes always. That makes it quite difficult, I gotta say. Okay, here I can't have 1. I have 1, 2, 3 available, right? I need at least 2. And I can't have 3 because of the touching here, so like this. Here then we need a 3, because 1 and 2 we already have, and the 3 then has to extend here. That means this 3 can't go up here, it has to be horizontal. At least these 2 tiles is what we need. Let's draw the borders in this case, right? So up here we need 1 now, and 2. Here we need 1 also. Here we could have 1 or 3. I don't know. Yeah, but if we had 1 here, then we would need either 3 or 2 going from here. 2 is not allowed. 3 is also not allowed. So this has to be a 3, like this. Which means here we need 2. 2 can't go down because it would touch this thing here. It has to go there. That means here we need 1 because of 2 and 3. And here we need a 2. Right? The 2 could potentially move downwards. It could also go there. What else? Yes, I can't have the 2 like this here. Because I would need a 3 here, which is not allowed, or a 1 and a 3. So that doesn't work. The 2 has to move like this. And then here could be 1. Or the 3 itself. Yeah, but if I were to put a 1 here, I would need a 3 there. So that has to be the 3. This is 1, and this is 2 then. This could be 1 or 3. Can't be 3 because the 3 would have to extend up here, which is not allowed, so this has to be a 1. Which means this can't be a 2, because we need a 2 here, which would have to go there. This has to be a 3, and there is a 2. Yes. Thank God. These are really difficult. So there is one difficulty 6 puzzle on a white plinth, and it's also back here. This one. Oh yeah, this one also had me running around in circles quite a while, but it's actually not so difficult if you understand the basic principle, which I have to show. The thing is, like, you can't have this center region extend all the way to one of the other regions, right? Here it doesn't work, like neither there or there. So that means it has to be either like this or like this, right? So if this one is positioned like this one has to be positioned like that. These two have to be positioned vertical, horizontal, and vertical, horizontal and vertical. Or alternatively, it's just the other way around. Just everything is turned 90 degrees, yeah? It is important to understand, because like otherwise these things would touch, yeah? So you have either of these two options, right? So now if we look at these sections here, because of the shape bank, we can only have 1 and 2s in here. Like something like this, yeah? Or alternatively like this. And the thing is, you can't have anything like this because the orientation of this region here is the same orientation as the region down here, yeah? So you always have, you always have these things pointing in the same direction, yeah? Let's take this away. Like, and like the alternative would be like this. 1 here, no wait, the 2 would be like this, and the 3 like this. Those are the 2 options I have here. And this is not determinable, but you can do that here because the borders are set differently. Let me see if I can figure it out now. Yeah, the thing is, you can't have this like that here, I think. Because now you would need this one like this, and here you need a 3. Maybe this is the one that works, I'm not sure. This 3 would have to be done like this, and this like this. So let's see, we would need 2 here. Here we would need 1. Here we would need 2, 1, 2. Actually, that looks pretty good. Let's see if the other thing doesn't work. I just don't remember which one doesn't work. Here it seems to work. So let's see what happens if we do this here. No, wait. Yes, no, this is the only other option that we have here. We would have 3 here, 3 here, and 3 here, and 3 here. We would need 2 here, and 2 here, 1. That also looks good, right? I'm not quite sure. Oh no, it's the same orientation that I have now. I had this going on, like it's the same orientation here. Like it doesn't even matter what I'm... No. Wait, the thing was... I can also do this and that. And this and that. Why doesn't this work? When this is like this. Oh, no, wait, this has to be a 1. This has to be 1. Like this. But I can have 2 here and 1 there. 1. Then 2, 1. That actually does work. I don't know, there has to be... There was a difference. Maybe I'm just not doing it right now. But this seems to work. Here we can have 2 and 2. Yeah, this seems to work. So it must be this one that doesn't work, but I must have overlooked something. This one has to be positioned like this one has to be positioned like this, and this one like that. Here we need 1, Here we need 2, 2, 1. And then 2 like this. No, wait. No, I can't have the 1 in there. That's the thing. I can't have the 1 in here because then I need a 2 here and a 1. That's what doesn't work. I remember that differently. Maybe I made a mistake. I thought it was somewhere here already that doesn't work, but that's actually the thing that doesn't work. Yeah, if you move around, if you have these extensions, you can only... No, actually what you could do is wait. This one has to be positioned like... You could have the 2 like this. Then then you would have a 1 here and a 2 there. That also doesn't work. Yeah, so it doesn't work like this. That's the reason. And you can't extend these 2 like this. You have to do this. That's the combination of these 2. Yeah. Maybe there is an easier way to see that, but anyway, that's how I figured this puzzle out. Basically, so let's see, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1. That's this puzzle, yeah. Basically, you only have 2 options here. It's easy to try this one. The difficulty 6 thing is, I think, because you have to understand the whole concept of the puzzle, sort of, right? Anyway, let's move on with the brown plinths puzzles. We got all the white plinths done. We have one puzzle with a difficulty 2. Is it this one? It's somewhere in the beginning here also, I think. Maybe it's this one? No? This one maybe? Yeah, this one. Okay, we have a 3 corner and a 5 plus sign. So here, I obviously can't put the plus sign, so we need the 3 corner tile. And we also can't put this like that, because then we would have to create another region touching the original region, so it has to be done like this. Yeah. And here then we need the plus sign. Yeah, here we need a corner tile now. Here we need a corner tile, here and here. Yeah. This one can't move here because it would touch the corner. So this has to be one corner region, not tile, and this has to be a corner region, like this. Okay? Which means here we need the plus again, like this. And this one must be a corner region. Can't go, well, it can go there, but it definitely has to go there, either like this or like that, in order not to lose this tile here, right? Here we need a plus sign, like this. Here we have 3. Here we need another corner 3. And oh, I didn't delete this. So now we can see this has to be a plus as well, and that is the corner region. Okay, 27, which means we need 3 difficulty 3 puzzles. Let's see what this is. Yeah, that's one. Shape bank. We have 4 tiles, L or S shape. This one can't be an S shape here because of the lost tile. This has to be an L tile. Could be done like this or like that. But here we would need a region like this, so that's not possible. We have to move here and take that. This one also has to be an S shape now for the Mingle Shape rule. Here we need an L. Here we also need an L, so these definitely have to be connected. Here we also need L, so these cannot be connected. And this L can't be done like this because of these 2 tiles down here. It has to be done like this, which means we need another S here. Can only be done like this, and this one is another L, which means this L here has to extend there, creating this S shape also. Here we need an S shape around the L, and there is the final L then. There was a number 3 here also, I think. This one, yeah. Oh, this one was very difficult for me, I gotta say. Hope I can get it. I think it's about this tile here, because it cannot extend into this region. If it did, we would definitely have at least like for this blue symbol, we would have one region of 2 tiles as well, either this one or this one. So this cannot be the right thing. If it was to go here, it would be the same. We would need either this or that. Not extendable, right? So this also can't be the right thing. If we went here, we would have the same problem. Either this would be a 2 or this would be a 2, right? Or, no wait, actually this should be possible. Wait, is this possible? I'm not sure. This could be a 3. Ah yeah, but then this would be a 2. And if this is a 3, this is a 2. That's the problem here. So this can't be, it has to be done like this, okay? So now, let's see. This one cannot extend there, because we can't extend this shape any further. We need a border there. And this one can't be here, because we would create the same shape. This has to be there then. No? And this one obviously has to take this blue symbol, otherwise, like if it went here, we would lose this blue symbol. So it has to go here, can't be a 2-tile shape, it has to be a 3-tile shape, at least like this. This one also has to be 3 tiles, like this. And this one has to be at least 3 tiles. Yeah? So this one can go either way. But this one can't be here, right? Because it could only extend there, separating the blue symbol, and it would also be a 2-tile shape then. So this has to be done like this, and it can't take this blue symbol because again 2-tile shape. It has to take this and then extend here at least. This one has to extend here, and it can't have 2 tiles only. It has to move there then. And it cannot extend further because now that we have 3 here, this one has to go 4, and this is 3. So here we can't have that now because of the Mingle Shape rule. This can only be 2, and this one has to be 4, an L shape. Oof, difficult, difficult. Is this a 3? Yes. Okay, only Mingle Shape and Polyomino. Here these have to be connected, right? So we have these, which means this one has to extend here. It can't go down here because it would touch this one. It has to join this one here, which means this one has to go like this. This one can't go like this because we wouldn't be able to complete this one here. So it has to be this. Oops, like this. Which means this can only be completed like that in order not to touch this region here. You can also have a look at this one here. It has to be done, oops, like this somehow, but it can't touch this here. So the only thing available is this or that. No, it can't touch this here also. It has to be this, right? No. Wait, there's something wrong already. What am I doing? Ah, yeah, it can only be this. It can't be here because we wouldn't be able to complete this. It has to be done like this, which means we have 4 here. Here we also have 4, but we need this shape first of all, and that needs 4 is there, right? Like this. Okay. We've got 30 puzzles. That's all the difficulty 3 puzzles. There are 3 difficulty 4 puzzles. There was one down here also, wasn't there? It's very well hidden. That's a 4, yes. Okay, we've got corner, L, and 4 square. Let's draw the borders where we need them, first of all. Oh yeah, and I remember, thank God I remember the solution. At least the entrance part. Like, I was looking at this section here. Because what we have in, like, on this side of the border is 4 blue symbols. And these 4 blue symbols can only be reached by 4 red symbols. This one, this one, this one, and this one. All the other red symbols cannot reach this. So that means that this symbol must be reached by this one here with the L shape like this, right? And this red symbol can only reach this blue symbol here. Can draw a border there. Now this symbol cannot touch and not reach this symbol because we don't have the shape for that. So this has to be an L shape like this, and there is a 4 square. This one can only be a 3 corner shape, either like this or like that. Okay? Anyhow, since we only have these shapes, I can't connect this one to this one, because the red one here wouldn't be able to reach anything else. Actually, for the rose window reason, I can't do this. This one has to be connected to this red symbol here. And it could be an L potentially, could also be a square. We don't know that. But we know that this blue symbol now has to be joined with this one. Yeah. And if this is a square like this, it has to be done like this. If this is an L, no, it can't be an L actually. If this is because of this shape here, right? If this is an L, oh wait, this can't be a square because, no, this could be an, no, that's not possible actually. This one cannot be a square because here we need the 3 corner and here we have an L already, so we can't complete this. We couldn't use any other shape. We would have all 3 shapes around this one. So actually this has to be a 3 corner. Oh, interesting. Meaning that this one cannot be a 3 corner, right? Can't be done like this. And it also can't be done like this because we're losing this tile, which means it has to be a square. This one has to be the 3 corner then. Okay, yeah, interesting. Here we obviously need to use this tile for this red symbol. And then we definitely need an L shape. We can only have an L shape either like this or like that. But like this, we would cut this one off from a blue symbol. Can't have 4 straight. So we need an L here. This one has to be connected to this one. We definitely need these 3 tiles. Maybe also a 4th tile here. In fact, it's obvious we can't use this with 2. Would be something like this. We don't have this shape. So this is a definite must here for the for these 2 symbols, a square shape. Now, which symbols connect to what? This symbol can connect to both these 2. This one can connect to these 2 and this to these 2. However, we need to look at the shapes also. Here, we can't have a square. This one has to be a 3 corner, right? And it could be done like this or like this. And I see already that it works like this. Let's see why it doesn't work like this. Oh yeah, because I can't reach this one here. It would be L and then another L. That's not allowed, right? So we need this here. And then this one cannot be 3 corner. It can't be any kind of L, so it has to be a square. And this indeed can be a long L then, and not the 3 corner, right? Okay. Well, we gilded the window. Let's see what else we have here. There was something in the back there. That's another 4. Good. Shape bank. 2, 3, and 4 square. 2 and 3 means we need a 4 square here. We could also do 3 and 2, but then we would need another 3 or 2 here, so that doesn't work. It has to be 4. What else? This one has to be a 2. This one could be a 3 and a 2. And it can't be a 4 because it touches, so indeed it has to be a 3. Which means here we need a 2. Which way can this go? I don't know, and I don't remember the stuff. This one here is 3 and 2, so this has to be a square like this. And here we need 3 then. This one has to be a 2. This one also has to be a 2. Yeah, 3 and 4. So these have to be connected. That in turn means we need a 4 square here. And here we need at least 2. Here we definitely need 2. And here we need a 3, right? Yeah, 2 and 4. 3 could go either way. I can't go up there, because here, if we had a 2, we would need a 3 here, and the 3 can't extend there, So that's not allowed. It has to be done like this. Now here we need a 2. This was a 2 as well. So we do this. Which means here we need a square again because of the 2 and the 3. And here we need a 2. Could be done like this. But then the 3 would be here. And here we would need 1 of 2 and 3. That's not allowed. So we have a 2 like this. And let's see. I already see the solution again, but why does it have to be like this? That's always the question. Let's see. Here, I can't have a 3 in this square here. It would have to be like this, yeah. So this has to be a square, like this. This one has to be a 2 then. Can I have a 3 here? No, because like I can't fill this section here. I would need a 3. No, actually nothing fits in there. I have 3 and 2 already, so it doesn't work. The 2 has to be done like this, which means here we need another square because of the 2 and the 3, right? And then this has to be a 3. Okay. That's 32 puzzles, and we need 33 for the difficulty 4, so there's one more. What is this? Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, let's see. Let's look at this part here first, right? This one could be done like this, or like this. So we definitely need these 3. And indeed you can't do it like this, because then you can't complete this tile. You could only do like this, or like you will always go into a different tile here, one of these 2, right? So that's not possible. This one has to be done like this. Okay, and this one has to come out of here now. It can't extend there. It has to go around here. Now this 3, it can't be completed in this way, because even if we do this, we have 1s or 3, right? Doesn't work. We also can't do this because we get some kind of corner shape, which we just don't have here. So the only way to complete this is like that, which is also not allowed here, like because of this shape. So could it be this? No, it can't be. What's going on here? Wait, it has to be this here. Haha, that's the only way to do this. Okay. So this one can't go into this direction, and it can't move up here because of that. Because it touches there, it also obviously can't go in this one here. So it has to move down here, and since I'm not allowed a single tile shape, it is this. Now let's see, what can we have here? This one has to be one of these step thingies here, right? So it can only extend like this. And here we actually need one of these shapes, right? Like this. I can't put a T there because we would get a single shape. Yeah, it has to be something like this, but we don't know. We only know it can't extend here, so we can put a border there. This one has to be completed like this now. Here we can have basically here on this corner we can only have this step thingy here, and since it can't extend down, it has to move there, and it can't go here like this, right? It has to move up there like this. That also creates this shape for us here, which is nice. Here we can't have this one touching. That means this can only be a T here, right? And this has to be like this then, because the other way around, I'll have to show it, would create this here, right? Which we're not allowed. So indeed we have to move like this. And this one can't be this shape now, it has to be a T shape. Here we need this shape again. Sorry. And here we also need this shape, right? We can't put the step thingy in here. It's too big to fit into this tile somewhere. So this has to be a step thingy, and this has to be like this then. Like there's no way around it. Yeah, now we can already see that this one, if this one extends here, you have this step thing also there, and that's this puzzle. Yeah. So we've got 33. We need 2 more difficulty 5 puzzles. One is here. Let's do this at the end. Where is the puzzle difficulty 5? The other one. I don't know. I don't see anything now. It's back here behind the tree. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's difficult. Yeah. 1 and 1 means we need a 2 here. Hope I'm not making a mistake here now. This means here we make 4. We need a 6 tile region, right? But we don't know the orientation. Could be done like this or like this, basically. Anyway, we need a 1 tile here and a 1 and a 2 region here. I think I can show this now already, I think. Like here, if I had 1 here, I would need 2 here, which means I would need a 6 tile region here as well. Can't have that. Like, either it touches or it doesn't work. Like, this one can only extend here, so I can't have 1 here. That means I need 6 here. Like this. And that means this 6 has to extend into that direction. Here we need 2. Here we need 1 then. Here we need 2, but I don't know which way, so let's leave this. Here we need 1. And here we need 2. Okay. Oh yeah, that means that this 2 has to extend into that direction. Here this could be 1 or 6. So let's not touch this. Here we need a 6 for sure. And here we need 1, and here we need 2 then. And this one also has to be a 6. Like this at least. Can't extend there, so that has to be a 1. Here we need also 1. This could be 1 or 6. Let's see, here we need 2. We also need 2. Yeah, and this 2 can't extend here. Because we would need 1, we would need 2 here. Like we would need a 6 in this tile. So it's not allowed. We need the 2 like this. So this 2 has to go like this. Which means we can't have a 1 here. Because we wouldn't be able to place a 2 there. This has to be the 6. What else? This has to be a 1. This has to be 2 and this also, so both of them have to be 2. And yeah, here, if I were to, like, this could be a 1, this tile here, or a 6. If it was a 1, I would need a 2 here, or it could be a 6. Anyway, here I could only have a 2, right? I can't put a 6 in there. So if I put the 2 like this, I would need 1 here. No, that actually works. Can I put the 6 there? That would mean 2 here, 1 here. Can't put a 6 here, 1 here, and I would need another 1 here. Doesn't work, I can't have the 6 up there. So indeed, I do need 1 there. And this one can only be a 6 then. Has to move like this. This is a 2 and this is 1. This one has to be 1. This one has to be 2. Can't move down here because we would need 2 1s here. It's not allowed. It has to be 3. And down there is a 6. Okay. That's the first. So we have 34. And yeah, the total number is 35. So let's solve this one here. Let's start off with these here. This is just big. It's not too complicated, I gotta say. Once you know how to solve it at least. Let's start with this region here. Like, due to Mingle Shape, we can't have a single tile shape here. We also can't have a 2 tile shape. We can't have a 3 corner. We can't have a 3 tile S shape. We can't have a step thingy. We can't have 6. So we need to move at least here. Let's draw these borders. Come on. like this and like that. Okay. So now this one has to move down here. This one has to move here. This one has to move at least here. It could extend there or there. We don't know. This one we don't know because this one can move like this. Or like this. So both options, this is allowed and this. But we need this connection. We can't have that because of the one single tile next to the other one. So this one is a must here. Okay, let's move to this section here now, this corner. We can first of all see that we need this here, right? This has to be 2, and this also has to be 2. The 3 cannot extend like this because here we would create a single tile shape mirroring this one. So the 3 has to go like this. And now we can already see that this region here has to extend because it can't be a single tile. It can't be 2 tiles because of these 2. It can't be 3 tiles because of this shape. Can't be 4 tiles because of this shape. Can be 5 tiles, basically. No, it can't be because of this. So it has to, let's draw a border there. It can move up and down, or it has to move up and down, but we don't know which way. We can draw these borders just for the fun of it. Here we need 2 now. Here, this part can only be this tile of this shape. It has to extend like this, which means this one has to go here. And then, oh, come on, move up or down. Now we can finish this one. It has to be done like this, which means the 3 corner is done like this. And this tile here, this polyamino can't be completed like this, because we would have 2 and 2 here next to each other. So it has to be a 3 corner. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Hope that wasn't too loud. A 3 corner next to this here, yeah. This here has to move like this now. And here we need 5 down. Here we need 4 down. And this one has to extend down here in order not to copy this shape, right? This region. It needs to go at least here, which means this has to go 4 down and then to the left. Here we can't have a single region, so this one has to extend all the way down as well. Let's look at this one here. Yeah, the 2 actually can't move up here because we would create a single tile shape next to another single tile shape. This one also can't move here because we wouldn't be able to extend this any further, and again we would create a single tile shape, right? But we can't put a 2 in here. Let's put this already right like this. But we can't put a 2 in here because we have a 2 in here already, so this one has to extend all the way down here. Actually, this has to be one region. Next is, let's look at this section now. Let's go around clockwise. Here we have all these same shapes next to each other, so we can connect them already. Now, these 2 obviously can't be connected because of their layout, which is I can already draw borders here, also up there. And now it's pretty easy to see that I can only finalize this one like this. There's no other way. Here we can also draw borders now, like this and like that, and like this. So I can only move into this direction. And I have to move down then. Okay? So here we have borders like this. Here we have borders like this. There is another border. So we can already see that this one has to extend into this direction, can't be here. Obviously these 2 have to join, and we form one region like that. So now this one can't move here. It could move here, but it can't move there or there, right? I can't complete this like this because it touches here. So I have to complete it like this. And there is the 3 corner. And wait, that was too quick. I can't complete the 3 corner like that because again I would create a 2 tile shape here. Has to be done like this. So now let's look at the final region here. Here we can't have a single tile. We have to move out. Also out of this niche we have to move out, so we create this, which mirrors this, so we have to extend this. Again, there's a mirror shape, so we have to extend it at least here. And this one then has to move inside here, because otherwise there would be a one tile shape next to, next to two other one tile shapes. This in turn means that this shape up here has to move like this. And this here cannot be a one tile shape. It has to be two at least. Cannot be two also. Here it can move down. It would be a 3, so it might have to move here, but it can also connect to the part down here, to the region, right? So we can't know anything else but this border for the time being. Let's see what else have we got. Yes, the T here obviously can't move into this direction because we're cutting off this one. It has to be done something like this here, yeah. And since we can't have a one chart, no, I'm not sure. Wait, this one here, yeah, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 at least, right? And this 2 can't move up. It has to move down in order not to touch this region. Now we can see that this region here has to connect to this one. It can't connect to the other two, so that is complete like this. And we can see now that the T has to be formed like this now, creating also the corner thing here. This shape here, the 4 tiles straight, has to move one up at least, because we only have one down here. But it can't leave this one blank, because then we would have 2 one tile regions next to each other. It has to move all the way in there. And that's the final clue to this puzzle. Yeah. So we have 35. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this puzzle, as usual. And yeah, my next puzzle I will be going to this region here, which is the forest trailhead, I think. With everything that was there before, no new mechanic. Hope you'll join me there. Until then, I say bye.